Years ago, I tied pulleys under my truck, and then I tucked the rope underneath the tires, and I used the wheels to pull in a washing machine. I thought I could maybe use the same idea to pull in a plate compactor, but it was giving me trouble from the start. And that's when the pool guy walked by, asked if I needed any help. I told him, no, I'm filming a YouTube video. And I kept trying, but then he came back. He had carbon fiber poles that were stuck together, and he couldn't travel like that, so we had to pull them apart one way or another. So we got to work at it. We tried brute strength, didn't work. We tried opposing pliers, that didn't work either. We even tried tapping it on the ground. So he helped me load the plate compactor in my truck, and I helped him get the poles apart. Here, we got our safety board there. We're gonna try to pull that apart. All right. Now when I got back into my trusty S10, I looked to see where he was at, and he was well tucked behind the gate. Now looking back at this video, it's not OSHA approved. Just to show him.
I'll get that out there.
When I'm doing something like this, I'll tie sandbags to the rope. This time I didn't have them, so I used a board. I should have tied another board to the other pole. Also, tying off to a ball hitch is discouraged. I did it here because of the relatively small load I was dealing with, but you don't want to get injured and show up to the emergency room to say, I saw it on YouTube. What I like about this knot concept is it's easy to untie even after a heavy load, and you can tie it a bunch of different ways and it'll still work. The knot you just saw is very similar to one that arborists use. It's called the Klemheist knot. You wrap it around a rope or a pole, and then you slide it through the other side, and it tightens up as it pulls together. But here's what I did. I took the end, I rolled it down again, and I pushed right through, making a slip knot. Okay, there's my slip knot. Tighten that right up, as tight as we can. I took the other end and I threaded it through, and then I collapsed it down. This gives us an Oysterman stopper knot, and if you look closely, it's actually the logo you see in the lower right-hand corner. Give yourself some room and wrap it around as many times as you need to get a good grip. What I did is went underneath, I went around, and I tucked it right underneath that loop there, okay? And then I pulled it tight, and our stopper knot kept it from falling out. As you pull it tight, it locks up, and it's gonna hold on to whatever you're tying to. But you don't actually need this stopper knot. Let me show you another way. Again, give yourself some room and wrap as many times as you need to get a good grip. I'm gonna go underneath my standing end and start wrapping right back through this little screw I made. And so I'll start right here at the top, and I'm just gonna follow it right down, okay? Threading it underneath as I go around. There we go. Wrap, and we're all the way through, okay? Once I pull this tight, everything is tucked and contained in this little screw that I made, and it'll hold just fine. And the nice thing about this knot is when I'm done, I just slide it off and it all comes apart. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, you can visit my shop at awesomeforsale.com. Maybe you can pick yourself up a gravity hook or a little tiny Gravity XS. Right now we have free shipping going on in November. Just use the code THANKS.